Former President Trump arraigned today in Manhattan courtroom, as we told you, entered a not guilty plea to 34 criminal charges, including a number of felonies. And here to talk about the significance of this moment and who it impacts, who it doesn't impact, political analyst George Korda. You normally see him on Tennessee This Week on Sunday mornings, but thank you for coming by on a Tuesday instead. So first, I just want to get your reaction to this. You've been involved and been watching politics for a number of years, so I want to get that first.
Well, I have the same feeling about this I had when Bill Clinton was first impeached, which was I thought it was a bad idea,
right,
because it would make it easier to try to impeach presidents in the future. And now there's a criminal charge brought against the president, which means in the future the Republicans will be looking to how can we charge a Democratic president when they leave office, and it just creates a spiraling feeling of animus that is kind of pervading politics at the moment.
Yeah, it seems to be that. There are people on both sides, I guess, saying that, you know, this is what we need to do. If you're, you know, if you do a crime, you need to face the music, which again, nothing's been proven. And then there are a lot of people on the other side saying, boy, this is the wrong way to go.
Well, the district attorney in New York has been blasted by the mayor of New York as helping to make New York a laughingstock with respect to crime around the country because of his soft on crime policies. That's just a reality. Anybody can look that up. Right. But now he's made himself a national hero to the left by getting Trump indicted on these charges. So he's taken what was nothing but really bad publicity for him and turned that into, oh, here's a crusading prosecutor trying to get an evil former president. So from that standpoint, from Alvin Bragg's standpoint, it's a good move. Right.
Okay, he's got his constituency, I guess, and wants to get reelected.
Right.
How does this impact, and who's the impact, and is it going to impact both sides?
Well, I think it helps the Democrats to a significant degree, because it's clear the strategy is to keep Trump under some sort of legal duress all the way up through the nomination process and beyond if he should get the nomination. And if he does get the nomination, then it is going to be much more difficult for him to get elected. So I think this strategy from a purely political standpoint is not a bad one. Because if he were to become the nominee, it would be a millstone. And I think the country is coming to a point a little bit like it has with the Clintons. It's just Trump fatigue. They're just tired of hearing about him all the time. And he says things like this, there'll be death and destruction, or whatever it was he said, that are just so appalling, it drives the center away from him, but it certainly hardens the feelings of his base. So it's, by this being done, it kind of fouls up the Republican Party a good bit.
Yeah. Now, he didn't say anything when he came out, so he didn't go off the cuff. He's going to wait till tonight. What do you expect him to say when he has his news conference tonight?
Well,
I would
expect him to not pay any attention to what his lawyers tell him. And I would expect him to say this is a travesty, it is a political... Look, there was a CNN poll that said 76% of the respondents believe this to be political. I think it's political, to a significant degree. With everything going on in New York, this is the most important thing for the prosecutor to do? No. So I think he'll come out very strongly because when he does, it brings that base toward him both in sympathy and with money. And it also complicates, if you have that segment of the party that is absolutely devoted to him, it makes it doubly difficult for somebody like Ron DeSantis to get further traction and win a race for president.
And this probably won't play out real soon either, right? I mean, just because that happened today doesn't mean that a couple of weeks from now we're going to move forward.
Oh no, they're looking at legal action in Georgia, for example.
Well, there's those separate things as well, but even this in Manhattan is going to be months.
That's exactly right, and that I think is part of the strategy: is keep this going so that people get so sick of it, or they get so fearful. The people of the 74 million who voted for Trump last time, how many will say, I just don't want to be involved in this anymore? I think that's a base strategy, and from a purely political standpoint, it's not a bad one.
All right. George, thank you very much. Let's go over to Lori now.